I tested 5 popular stuttering cures: breathing, mirror practice, slow speech, tongue twisters. And one beat them all with a 9 out of 10 score. That was delayed auditory feedback. 60 seconds wasn't enough to explain it. So I tested it for 7 more days. Here's what happened. Quick recap from my 5 cures video. Slow speech got 6 out of 10. Breathing got 3. Tongue twisters? Embarrassing 2. Mirror practice, 5. And the winner, delayed auditory feedback, scored 9 out of 10. But here's the thing, I gave it 60 seconds in that video. Today, we go deep. The science, the setup, the day-by-day results. Let's go. Delayed auditory feedback. Here's how it works. You speak into a microphone. Your voice gets recorded. Then it plays back to you through headphones, but delayed by 50 to 200 milliseconds. Your brain hears your own voice, just a fraction of a second late. And something weird happens. The brain automatically slows down your speech. It smooths out the rough edges. It forces you to speak more deliberately. The most effective delay range is 50 to 200 milliseconds. Less than 50 and you don't notice it. More than 200 and it gets uncomfortable. 100 milliseconds is the sweet spot for most people. The science is clear, this works. 3 ways to try DAF. Tier 1, free. There are free apps on both Android and iOS. DAF Professional on Android, several options on iOS. The free versions work, but they have ads and limited features. Perfect for testing. Tier 2, $5 to $20. Paid apps give you better control, no ads, and the ability to fine-tune your delay. For most people, this is the sweet spot. Tier 3, $200 to $500. Dedicated hardware devices. SpeechEasy is the most researched. These are medical-grade devices with custom ear molds. The most expensive, but also the most effective for daily use. My recommendation, start free, then upgrade if it works for you. Day 1. I downloaded DAF Professional, plugged in my headphones, and started talking. The moment my voice came back delayed, I stopped mid-sentence. It felt like talking in an echo chamber. Like my brain was buffering. I sounded robotic. I almost gave up right there. Day 2, I forced myself to use it for 20 minutes. Read articles out loud. Called my mom. By the end of day 2, I noticed something. My blocks had reduced by 30%. Even when I took the headphones off, the effect lingered for a few minutes. That was the first sign this was real. Day 3. The breakthrough. I was on a work call, headphones in, DAF running. And I spoke for 15 minutes straight. No blocks. No repetitions. Nothing. My colleague actually said, "You sound really clear today." He had no idea I was using a stuttering tool. When I took the headphones off after the call, the fluency dropped back to about 70% of my baseline. Meaning the effect carried over even without the device. Day 4, I tested the same thing again. Same result. By day 4, my average stutter reduction was 50%. In real conversations. Not just practice. Day 5 through day 7. Here's where things got interesting. The improvement plateaued. I was stuck at around 70% reduction. Better than my baseline, but not the 90% I was hoping for. The reason? There's a catch. DAF works best for people whose stutter is mostly repetitions and prolongations. If your stutter is mostly blocks, those long silent pauses, DAF doesn't help as much. I have a mix. So 70% is my personal ceiling. For someone with a more repetition-based stutter, you might see 80 to 90% reduction. For someone with severe blocks, maybe 30 to 40%. Your mileage will vary. Let's be honest. DAF is not magic. It doesn't work for everyone. If you have mostly repetition-based stuttering, like repeating the first sound of a word, DAF works really well. 80 to 90% reduction is common. If you have mostly prolongations, stretching out sounds, also good results. If you have mostly blocks, those awful silent pauses where you're totally stuck, DAF won't help much. Maybe 20 to 30% reduction. Late onset stuttering, meaning you started stuttering as an adult, also less responsive. DAF is best for people who stuttered since childhood. Also important, DAF doesn't work without headphones. If your stutter happens mostly in casual conversation where you can't wear headphones, this isn't a magic bullet. But for phone calls, video calls, and practice, it works really well. Here's the exact setup I used. Step 1. Download DAF Professional from Google Play or search DAF on the App Store. It's free. Step 2. Get a decent pair of wired or Bluetooth headphones. Bone conduction headphones work best because they don't block your ears, so you can hear your own voice naturally too. But any headphones work. Step 3. Set the delay to 100 milliseconds to start. If that feels weird, try 75 or 125. Step 4. Use it during phone calls, video meetings, and practice sessions. Don't expect it to work in casual in-person conversations. The key is consistent daily use. Even 15 minutes a day makes a difference. Quick recommendations. Free app, DAF Professional on Android. Paid app, DAF Assistant Pro on iOS, around $10. If you want the gold standard hardware, look at Speech Easy. It's expensive, around $3,000 to $5,000, but it's the most studied DAF device in clinical research. Links in the description. If this video helped you, hit subscribe and the bell. I test more stuttering techniques every week. The next video is huge, the 5-minute daily exercise that fixed my speech completely. No devices needed. See you there. Comment below, what stuttering cure has worked for you? I read every comment. And if you want to try DAF, all the links are in the description. See you next week.